Okay, guys, so today I want to talk about one particular rule that has always irritated me with BJJ, and this is the slam rule. So, the slam rule in BJJ is that if I pick someone up, whether I'm doing a high amplitude throw or they're triangling me or I'm in their guard or whatever, I have to bring them to the ground responsibly. Now, when it comes to the guard, like being in someone's guard, I don't really have a problem with the rule because basically what it says is that if I'm in your close, it's specifically closed guard because it doesn't apply at all to an open guard or a butterfly or a K or anything like that. That I can't pick you up off the ground and then slam you back into the ground. I don't have a problem with that part. The reason I don't is that it's not helping me pass guard. It is not helping me advance position. It is not getting me out of a submission. Like 90% of the time. It can help me get out of a triangle, and in training, I've escaped arm bars with that. When I say in training, it was basically a spazzy white belt trying to snap my arm, so I slammed him. But I don't condone this behavior. The difference, or where I have a problem with it, is when it comes to high amplitude throws and when it comes to getting out of triangles, and biggest one is jumping guard. If you don't know what jumping guard is, it is when they grab your lapels, jump and throw your legs around your waist. I've seen in person and on many videos that blowing dudes' knees out, just the person who's being jumped on, not the jumper. I mean, I don't know how that would happen. But if I'm gonna risk that much injury, with you jumping on me, I'll put you through the fucking floor. Like that's just what I'm gonna do. And it's an instinctual reaction from me as both a wrestler and a judoka. We don't shy away from high amplitude. We don't shy away from high impact stuff. The big difference being we all know that we can all break fall. We can tumble and however you want to mitigate the force of that impact. We all know we can do it. BJJ pretends for some reason. The only BJJ rules that is an exception to this that I know of, or there's two. I'm sorry, there's two. There's ADCC, which is Abu Dhabi Combat Club, and what's it called? Fight to Win. Fight to Win encourages slams like that. But the big thing with that is I've seen black belt level matches. I've seen brown belt, purple belt, blue belt. I'm okay with it happening in white belt. White belt's no shit. Guys being DQ'd for like normal throws. And yes, okay, I know I'm not the standard BJJ guy. I know I'm wearing a Naga shirt. But and if you've seen the rest of my channel, that I compete actively in BJJ, specifically Nogi. I'm trying not to laugh at this. But you see these guys pretend that they don't know how to break fall. That's really what it is. Where I consider suplexes, or they call them judo or nages, and you can look both of those up, as slams. High school wrestling has a more restrictive view of, I'm talking just American. I don't know about Europe or Russia or Japan or whatever for their high school rules. I have no idea. I'm an American. You can tell. But that's because they're high schoolers. It's not because we don't know how to break fall. Just because we're stupid. You're 15. You haven't been doing this that long. But that's why. And the only way that comes in, the only one that I have seen where that comes in, is the Ippon Sainagi, so the shoulder throw, but from standing, so you don't drop to your knees. You just do what I'm saying. That's the only time I've ever seen that rule applied, when it wasn't a spike where you're dropping someone straight on their head, or in a dangerous, like obviously dangerous manner. If I'm driving you face first or top of your head first into the mat or right on your neck, yeah, I'm okay with that being illegal. I don't care, especially at a high school level. When you get to college, a lot of those rules go away, and you can see that they're not there in the Olympics. And some of the rules that we do have in wrestling aren't enforced in the Olympics. We're not supposed to use chokeholds. I've seen guys go out from guillotines in the Olympics. Aren't in, obviously, because the wrestling definition of a chokehold is narrow. But again, not to get off topic, I'm talking about the slam rule. I've been warned multiple times throughout my jiu-jitsu career for literally just picking people up, and it's just a standard mat return in wrestling. But bigger guys, sometimes when I pop the hips in, they come up to about eye level. I'm 6'1", so that's probably 5'10", 5'11" in the air. And I got refs come. I'm like, hey, you gotta be careful lower than that. You gotta be careful. Oh, don't put him on his head. It's like, he's flat. How's he gonna land on his head? And I haven't been DQ'd yet. I'm sure it's gonna happen one day where I'm just not paying attention and just toss someone, and they do land poorly. And that's the other thing is, this is my big thing with jiu-jitsu is like, for some reason, a lot of these rule sets that BJJ in particular, a lot of the gi rule sets in particular, pretend that we don't know how to fall or tumble or, like I said, mitigate. And I just don't get it. Like, I mean, every day at Y Crew where I train, the grapplers and even the Muay Thai guys, Muay Thai is a striking art. I'm not going to get into that tangent. Muay Thai is a striking art. They allow trips, so whatever. But we train how to break fall. All of us. Even the Muay Thai guys do like once or twice a week. So how are you going to tell me that, a blue, purple, brown, black belt doesn't know how to break fall? How are you going to tell me that the slam that a guy in NCAA wrestling, not even professional, still an amateur, obviously incredibly high level amateur, but not a professional, not someone who's getting paid to do this, not someone who's getting paid to coach, can brush that off like it's nothing, but this black belt's just devastated, and he's getting paid probably $20 and a sandwich to be there, but like, he's getting paid and he runs a school and everything, and he doesn't know how to break fall from that throw. When this 19-year-old kid from Iowa, who grew up on a farm, who probably didn't even train with mats until he was 5 years into his wrestling training, can just walk it off, or not even be affected half the time. Or this judoka from anywhere in the world, even the Americans, who suck at judo. We're terrible. It's USA Judo is a travesty, but it's going to be a different video. We shake it off. We get up and we're like, oh man, he got me. The only reason judokas stay on the ground after an ippon is because they're mad that they lost. It's not that they're so devastated by the impact and like, oh my god, he got just 4 broken ribs from that Hiraigoshi or that Uranage or whatever it was. I'm sure his ribs don't feel good, but he's not injured. He's probably not even hurt. He's just like, damn it. So why is BJJ the only combat sport that, grappling combat sport? No, fuck that. Muay Thai guys pop right up too. And they get kneed in the head on the way down. That pretends that we don't know how to fall. But we only do it in competition. You see guys milking it all the time. It's absurd. And again, BJJ holds itself in such a high regard, and a lot of other people do too, even non-BJJ guys. And it should be. I'm not saying that its reputation is one of the best things that you can do for self-defense, besides getting a knife or a gun, is undeserved. I do believe that. That's why I train. That's why I compete in it. But, if you're gonna be like, yeah, like, this is the best thing you can do, man. Like, this is the best way to defend yourself without a weapon. Oh, we don't know how to fall, though. Bro, get real. Like, come on, we gotta figure this out. The rules need to change. The IBJJF and NAGA and Grappling Industries need to take a look at their rule set.